Hello and welcome back to a series of spooky stories, The Haunted Tea Spell. Please click on this comment and go watch my other video. Any commission that I get from this necklace is going towards Angel Tree recipients from the local nursing home. All of the details that I'm talking about is in this video and follow-up video, so please go watch them. Now onto the story. I live in Billings, Montana, and I've been watching your channel for a while. I have family in Montana. Down to the nitty-gritty. I used to work at a care facility and was a lockdown care unit for seniors with dementia. I worked night shift, but after these two experiences, I switched to days. Valid. One night I was on shift with a male coworker who had one side of the hall and I had the other. I went to do my rounds and it was about 12:45 at night. This place always had an eerie vibe at night, like so much as someone was watching you every step of the way. And if you turned around, you would see someone. The back of my neck hairs would stand up. As soon as I go to do my round, I'm walking down this half-lit hall to go check on my resident. I start feeling watched, so I close my resident's door behind me so fast so I can just hurry and make sure she was good. I'm lucky because every shift this resident stays up late and doesn't usually go to bed until 2 or 2:30. I ask how she's doing, how her day was, and just sat to listen. As she's talking, telling me about her day and the family visits, we hear what sounds like some heavy footsteps in the hall. She looks at me and says, "What's that?" "I don't know, girl, you tell me." We both stared at the door like it was just gonna fly open. I'm scared at this moment and I gain the courage to go check. I open the door and see no one in the hall. So I close it and she says, "That's weird. I've been hearing that for the past few nights." What do you mean? What do you mean you've been hearing that the past few nights? So we ignore it and she goes back talking and finishing up her story, and then I head to my second room next door. The resident was asleep. I just checked to make sure that he was okay. Nothing weird happened. I'm walking down a little bit further when I get this feeling and hear the heavy dragging of these footsteps again. At this point I'm thinking maybe it's my coworker playing a prank on me and the resident. And the residents. What? I radio him and ask, "Hey, are you on my side of the hall?" And he says, "No, I'm with this patient." I go over there to see if he truly is and tell him what's been going on. Then I ask if he can walk with me while I see 4 more people and he says sure. So I said, "Okay, I'll meet you back on the other side." After I get back to my hall, I radio where I'm at. As I'm changing my resident, I hear knocking on the door and I say, "Come in." Nothing comes in. Door doesn't open, nothing. So I figured maybe he went to check in on another resident. After I'm done, I don't see my coworker and say, "Hey, where are you?" He says, "I'm getting a drink, I'll see you soon." Didn't I just ask you to walk with me because I'm scared? And you can't go with me before getting a drink? How rude. I'm freaked out at this point. I run to another resident's room, and as I'm in the room, the door knocks happen again. I'm freaked out but trying to stay quiet, and as I radio my coworker, "Hey, get in here quick, there's something happening." He runs in the door and says, "Why is the new resident out of his room?" I say, "What new resident? We don't have any new residents on the list." And we would have known during shift report. That's not true. Some people would just not tell you, and you'd walk in and be like, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" He said, "Well, I walked him to his room and he went in." And never in my life have been so scared, and I had hair on my whole body stand up, and I seen my coworker's face blush. So we hurry and do our rounds together, and ever since then we always double check rooms and make sure we know that there's new residents. So was it a new resident for real? Or was it a ghosty ghost? I need to know that because I feel like that's a little bit vague and doesn't really give us the answer. You know what I mean? Could you just update me so I know? I'm just curious. I know we're all going to be curious, not just me. Anyway, rated on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being least scary, creepy, spooky, 10 being the most. If you have never been in a long-term care facility at nighttime, you don't understand how creepy it actually is. You know what I mean? You really have to experience it to know how creepy it is. So keep that in mind. If you have a story of your own that you want to submit, you can do so on the link tree in my profile. I will see you all at the next episode. Stay spooky, friends.